Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your March 18th, 2022 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Cancer, March 18th, full moon, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides. This one right here. Show me clearly. I love that. We have the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So Cancer, we're represented by the Cups in the major arcana. So in the minor arcana. So we're coming through here as the Queen of Cups, which is just absolutely beautiful energy. Absolutely beautiful energy coming forward for us. A sense of nurturing, a sense of connection, a sense of caring, compassion. I remember when I was being taught the tarot, my teacher said to me, the Queen of Cups is only second to the Empress. And that's going to be the energy that we really have moving forward here. We're only second to the Empress. And then we have the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is such a sense of power here. I see this as a very strong masculine energy, very paternal figure. Okay, this could be a father. I see this as somebody who's astoundingly nurturing, astoundingly, present. And this is going to be an energy that is creative, cultivative, instinctual, looking at what is desired, what is needed, and really bringing it forward. And this could be somebody who has passed. So don't just think, oh, it has to be somebody in the present day. No, this could be somebody who's passed that's from the other side, like right connected with us. And there's such a sense of transformation that we're going through because of this connection. Now let us look at the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. The Ace of Wands. That's really interesting. So this is very creative. Not creative energy. It's I'm just hearing very erect energy. So take that as you may. But this is an energy of cultivation. This is an energy of like insight and ideas. Like the light is being shined on certain things. We're going to see things in a certain way. We have to be mindful of what's being revealed or of the way this person is bringing it forward, because it's not that they're not having validity to what they're saying. They're presenting it and they're putting the spotlight on it in a very different way. It's like it's all about the lighting, right? And that's what I'm hearing here. It's all about the lighting. It's all about the way that they're presenting it. So just be mindful about that. We then move to our chakra energy. So here we have rebirth. This is the Earth Star Chakra located 6 inches below our feet. We are reborn, we are transformed, and we're really seeing that move forward within us. There is this real sense of, I'm coming out of my shell, I'm coming out of my shell. And this can even be something that we didn't realize, like we were held back, but there's this real sense of breaking out, moving forward, like really being creative and innovative with the way that we're stepping into ourselves. Now the full moon is in Virgo, and this says here, you are good enough. And that's going to be the energy of this moon. It's like you are enough, you're showing up, there's a real presence forward. And I think this is the worm moon. Now, correct me if I am wrong, but it's the richness of the soil coming forward. It's the richness of the connection with the earth that's going to be so important to us. Now, let us go deeper into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the 8 of air, we have the 7 of fire, and we have the 6 of wands coming forward. So what's really interesting here is that we start off with a really beautiful blessing, right? The Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. We have the 8 of air. Somebody, we're getting too much in our own head. Somebody has gotten in our head. I don't see this really as we've gotten too much in our own heads, but somebody has planted seeds. They have made it so that we doubt ourselves, so that we'll go back to their words and be like, yeah, but if this wasn't true, why did they say it? And that's very much the energy that's coming forward here. If this wasn't true, why did they say it? What is going on here? And we're going to want to fix the situation. Spirit is saying here, sometimes you can't fix everything. You just can't. And looking at it and saying, okay, you know what? I honor and respect, if we want to. We don't have to honor and respect what they're saying, most definitely, because for some of us, it's going to be absolute nonsense. And it's going to be like, no, I'm not giving this validation. I'm just not. So be aware of it. But it's going to have us get into our own heads, really start to doubt ourselves. And it's because of a betrayal. It's because, of backstabbing. And it's because this person we considered a friend, this person we thought, wow, I could really trust you. And then they stabbed us in the back. And this could have happened a while ago, 7 to 8 years ago for some of us. Just be mindful of it, because there's this energy here of, well, how do I trust again? How do I move forward? What if I was the bad friend? What if I, wasn't the partner that they wanted? That type of thing. They've really done a number on us. So being mindful of this, Cancer, is going to be really important. And even in a work situation, maybe I could have worked harder, or maybe I should have listened to them more. It's no, if you were wrong, you would have fixed it. Okay, so stop. And now it is time to move forward in celebration, in success, in prosperity. Because what we have to realize here is that this is a really powerful moon. This is an odd moon too, because we have all our planets in 2 signs. So we have everything either in Aquarius or in Pisces. So Aquarius is this determined, compassionate innovator, but Pisces moves between the spirit world and the waking world. It's represented by the 2 fish, right? Swimming in different directions. And that kind of plays with us here, Cancer, because we can take the Aquarius energy, but we want things to be stable and secure. We like that, and so here with Pisces moving in the spirit world and moving in in the dream world and in the waking world, that can be something that's a little bit harder for us to truly take hold of, to truly embrace during this time, because we want things to be more balanced, to be more structured. So just understanding this is going to be important. The moon is in opposition with Neptune, and the sun is right next to Neptune. So why this is important is because the sun makes Neptune even stronger. The sun gives life. It is empowering Neptune. Neptune is all about our connection with the spiritual world, and that also amplifies the Pisces energy. And Pisces has the sun in it. Neptune, Jupiter, and Mercury are all in Pisces during this time. So what we need to look at here is, how do we embrace ourselves spiritually? How do we raise ourselves up, which is the connection here with the 6 of Wands? How do we raise ourselves up so that we avoid discord, disharmony, disaster within the world, within ourselves? And that's going to be a really important thing, not only because of the state of the world, but also because of the state that we want to move forward in, the thing that we really want to embrace during this time. The moon is also trine Pluto, which makes our emotions right at the forefront. And Cancer, we already have our emotions at the forefront. Now, what this also means is that not that we're going to have emotional, hissy fits or meltdowns or anything like that. It means that we're going to be very powerfully understanding. We're going to be very powerfully connected to the emotions of our world, of ourselves, but also of the people around us. And this makes us very intuitive. We might actually find this to be overwhelming. So being aware of that, Pisces, being aware of that, Cancer, is going to be very important. Very, very important during this time. So let us move deeper. Oh, and in Aquarius, we have Saturn, Venus, Mars, Vesta, and Pluto. So just to let you know, in case you wanted to, because I'm feeling like somebody did. Let's see here. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 3 of Swords. and we have Judgment. So there's that sense of heartbreak coming through, and it's carried in here. It's like through that betrayal, through that hurt. There's a stabbing in the back. There is just a sense of, I've been stabbed in the back. I've been betrayed. I don't know how to trust. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know if I can get to that place that I want to be. And the Three of Swords is needing us to name the pain. And it's going to seem counterintuitive because we're going to think, I don't even want to think about it. And that's really going to be our attitude. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to look at it. I just see smiling and yet crying on the inside. And that's going to be important to us because what has hurt us, we need to look at. Because again, Pluto is so strong. Our emotions are so strong. And it doesn't mean that we'll have, again, that emotional outburst that maybe we need to have. But it's that we're so connected. And we can find people during this time, subconsciously, if our pain is too big, that have the same wound patterns as we do, and we'll continue that. And we're going to be like, wow, why am I attracting these people into my life right now? Like, what the heck is going on here? So just be mindful of that, Cancer, during this time, because we address it. If we look at it, if we name it, we can start to free ourselves from it, because by naming it, we're going to start to release the power that it has over us. And just even becoming aware of it, it's like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that was hurting me. I didn't realize that I was responding that way. It moves us to the Page of Wands. It moves us to how there's a young energy around us. Now, this could be a fire sign energy, right? A young person, or it doesn't have to be a fire sign energy. They can have fire in them. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're just a ball of energy. Oh my gosh, like I just see a little boy and it's like, it's a boy's boy, type of thing. Or this is, kind of like, a quote unquote tom girl sort of thing, tomboy, there we go, tomboy sort of thing, where it's like, oh my gosh, they just have energy to spare and they want to be outside all the time and just keep going and keep going. And we're actually going to find ourselves really inspired by this energy, by this person, by their free abandonment. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, I miss this within me, because we've been weighed down by rules and what we're supposed to be. And this is just light and a breath of fresh air. And it moves us to really rising out of the box that we had been put in. This could even be, this doesn't have to be a child, this could be just a person that inspires us, that just is doing things their own way and living outside of the box. And we're like, wow, why can't I do this? And then we have our angels calling to us. Judgment is being risen out of the box, out of the confinement, out of, where we thought we had to be. And now we're saying, this is where I need to be. This is who I am. We're going to really feel ourselves answering our angel's call, answering what has been pushed down within us. So it's almost like we gave up on this dream, or we walked away from this idea, or, we didn't think that this was going to be possible. And now here, there is just a sense of, no, there's so much more that you're stepping into than you realize. And as we're stepping into this energy, it moves us to go even deeper. Angels and spirit guides. The Two of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. But the Devil here is also the sense of like, what has been holding me back? And why is it that, like, by answering this angel call, I find myself? Like, why is it that I push this down? What is the doubt, the fear, the negativity, the hurt, the pain, the disappointment that has been stopping me? There's also this sense of just chaos around us. Like, things have been chaos. We could even, like, I'm just hearing somebody saying, like, this has been hell. This has been hell. What I've been going through, it's been so dark. It's been so overwhelming. And we always thought that there were two paths forward. And we always thought, like, I'm doing the right thing. Like, what the heck is going on here? And Spirit is saying, no, now's the time to be the hero of our own story. Now's the time to kind of like break out of the mold that we thought we should be in, or the way that we thought we should be, and really find ourselves being the hero of the story, like changing the narrative. And as we do this, we find that we are like, oh, I can move forward now. Like, oh, I can get to where I need to be. And it's calming. It's just such a calming energy that comes over us. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Truth. Resilience. There we go. New moon. And the full moon. Power. I love it. And then we have Your hard work is paying off. It's time to take action. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I love that the Capricorn energy, that's why Spirit had me say Capricorn right here when the Devil card came over, because we have the full moon in Capricorn, we have the new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn energy is going to be very prevalent during this time. And I don't know how it's going to come forward, and if it's an ex that you don't want in your life or somebody that you're saying, no, they're never coming back, it doesn't mean that it has to be them. Okay, so it just means that this like down to earth, organized energy is going to be coming into our lives. It's going to be very important. It moves us here to this place of your hard work is paying off. And we have to trust that. We have to trust that the hard work is paying off. We have to trust that there is a meaning for everything that we have been through. And this moon is saying, yeah, there is. And then we have, it's time to take action. And then we have here resilience. We've been carrying with us on our backs our world tree. We've been carrying with us everything that we've been growing, everything that we desire. Now it's time to take action. Now it's time to plant the tree. Now it's time to say, this is where I stand. This is what I want. And it brings us then to the end of a tough cycle, approaching. And it brings us power. It's through this moon. It's like the end of the tough cycle approaches. The power comes in. We see ourselves. We claim ourselves. We understand ourselves more. And we're non-apologetic for that understanding. There is an energy here almost of like, what if I shine too much? Like, what if I'm too empowered or too emboldened or too me? What if somebody gets offended? It's like, no. This gets to be me. I get to shine. And it moves us here to discernment, and a new start is coming. So this is the new moon, and I do forget when the new moon is. But we have here, by the new moon, there's a discerning energy. There's an energy where we've come to conclusions, we've come to realizations, we have profound understandings, and it moves us in this direction of like an awakening, of a greater understanding, of a sense of, oh, this is why. Then it moves us to the energy to be mindful of, the Ten of Pentacles. There is something here. It's around an inheritance, okay? Yeah, it's kind of like I was promised this, or somebody, a legacy or something like that. Like I was promised this, but it isn't going to happen the way that we thought. So just be mindful about this during this time. Or it can be, we thought we were getting XYZ, and somebody else came in and muddied the waters. So just be mindful of this, that what we thought was coming might not necessarily be how things are going to evolve in the long run. It's not going to say, we could just check things, if we're able to, if it's not like totally rude, but just very much being mindful that we thought, okay, I was setting this up and it was supposed to be set up this certain way, and somebody else comes in and they just kind of mess it up. So it doesn't even have to be around an inheritance, though it is going to be that way with somebody. There is just a sense of, I thought this prosperity was moving us forward. Like I thought we were all on the same page, and we're going to be surprised that we're not. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy of the throat chakra. This is communication. This is sharing ideas, communicating insights, desires, really understanding what it is that's there. And so our communication is going to be so important to us. Not only the way we communicate with the rest of the world, but the way that we communicate with ourselves, with our angels. The fact that we're showing up for ourselves is going to be important during this time. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which begins with the Six of Swords. We're gathering up our knowledge, we're gathering up our wisdom, we are moving forward, and that's going to be very important for us. It's like, no, you know what? I have this knowledge, I've acquired this. I'm not letting you take it from me, because somebody is going to want to take what we have built, and that's going to be very important to say, no, I'm moving on, and they're going to have to as well. It then moves us to the three of, the boat motif coming in, the Three of Wands. It's like I'm taking sail, I'm moving forward, and there are new opportunities for me on the horizon. It brings us then to the Two of Pentacles, which is I have to get myself in balance. We're trying to balance everything. The thing that we're missing is balancing ourselves. And that's going to be really important here, to say I'm balancing me, I'm structuring me, I'm important. And then it brings us to the Ten of Pentacles. It brings us to the blessing. So we have the energy to be mindful of, the Ten of Pentacles, and then we have the subconscious blessing that comes forward, where like everything works out, the prosperity comes in, and it's like, okay, everything's okay. everything's okay and everything's powerfully beautiful. And that's going to be a really important thing for us. That's going to be a game changer. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Please stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of ourselves and of this moon. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer, and may you have a blessed moon.